Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are wondering what's going on with my hair, it's just tied back. I pre-tied it back so I don't have to waste any time. I'm just kidding, it's because I actually have to wash my hair and I just got lazy. So today we are doing a first impressions review on this brand new Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Long Wearing High Cover Foundation. And it looks like this. Just from looking at the box, it looks pretty nice. There's nothing too special about it. Looks like any other foundation box. I haven't even seen how the foundation looks like because I just kept it in the box so I can film it for you guys. Like even my first impression review on the packaging itself. Good job. I always check Sephora's new arrival section pretty much on the daily. I like to check out what's new. I like to see if there's anything I can do a review for you guys, and this immediately caught my eye. Well, the first thing I saw was Giorgio Armani. And the second and the most important thing I noticed was the full coverage part, and I was just like, what? And I was browsing reviews on Sephora's website as well as YouTube to see what other people were saying about it. And surprisingly, there weren't many reviews on this foundation. It may be because it's still fairly new. Not that other people's reviews matter with what my opinion's gonna be, because of course, my skin's different from other people's skin and other people's opinion. I'm going to read some claims and details about this foundation. Through Armani's Beauty's own microfill technology, powerful ultra-fine pigments are shaped to provide the highest coverage foundation with the thinnest and lightest texture, allowing a little to go a long way. This foundation combines high coverage, an SPF 25 filter, and an ultra light formula to achieve flawless results up to 16 hours. It's adapted for each shade to deliver optimal coverage without cracking or dulling. This foundation claims to have full coverage and has natural to matte finish. Okay, it claims to do a lot. We'll see. Now that all the claims are out there, you guys know all about this foundation. Let's begin with the first impression. All right, I'm gonna open this. Ooh. It's in this really nice, luxurious sheer glass. I really like that. It reminds me of the NARS foundation. Has a pump, which is always a plus for me. I kind of like the friction of how the lid closes and how the lid opens so it doesn't just fall out, so that's also a plus. I'm going to begin by applying my primer. I'm not going to use anything new because I really want to know how this foundation wears with the primers that I usually wear on a regular day basis. So my skin is already moisturized. I always apply my regular moisturizer and sunblock. I'm going to prime my skin using the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. I'm just going to apply a little bit on my hand and just press it on the areas that I really need to focus. And then I'm going to smoothen it out. My cheeks right here is my concerned area because that's where all of my textures are at from previous acne scarring. So just like all of my other foundation reviews, I'm going to apply half of my face using my MORPHE E44 brush. And the other side of my face, I'm going to apply with my Beauty Blender. Let's bring you guys closer. That's super close, but that's okay. We're all family here. Alright, I'm just going to pump some out on my finger and then start dabbing it on my face and then start blending it out. Oh yeah, I forgot, you have to pump a few times. It's not too thick, it's not too liquidy. I have the shade 4.5. I'm like low-key nervous. I'm really hoping that this works. Does this have a scent? Kind of has a very slight minimal floral scent. Kind of smells like baby powder actually. Okay, so right off the bat, I think the shade 4.5 matches me pretty well. It says that 4.5 is for light skin with golden undertones, which is me. Honestly, like it settled down super quick. I don't feel anything sticky, so that's good. So I guess it does have a matte finish. I don't like foundations that sets in too matte because I feel like it tucks into my skin when I like move and laugh, but it's not doing that, so that's good. I think coverage wise, it's definitely not full coverage from the first layer. I think it's like a medium coverage that's buildable to a possible high, medium to full coverage. I feel like all foundations that claim to have full coverage should say it's buildable up to a full coverage. And obviously everyone's opinion's different, but in my opinion, with my type of skin, I'd say this is about a medium coverage. All right, before we begin with the Beauty Blender side, I'm gonna see if it's buildable. Also, it took me like almost a full pump to do half of my face, so I'd say it's buildable, but it's still, I don't know. I don't know if I would still call this like a full coverage foundation. It definitely has some good coverage, but I wouldn't claim it to be like full coverage. It's probably because I'm thinking of the coverage level that the Dermacool gives me and the Marc Jacobs Remarcable foundation. And the brush applied it pretty evenly, and it wasn't hard to blend out or anything. It actually blended out pretty well. Let's try the Beauty Blender side. Cover all this up. That didn't do much. Look how much the Beauty Blender ate up the foundation. These spots are literally when I dabbed it onto my skin. That's how much it sucked up the foundation. I don't think applying it with a Beauty Blender is the best idea because the coverage is like maybe light coverage and it eats up so much foundation, and that's not good for a $64 foundation. So I'm just gonna apply my second layer with the brush. Oh yeah, coverage is definitely better with the brush. I really like the finish. It's very natural but matte. Like, I don't think you would need to set this with the powder because it's already pretty much set. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts because it's not like a love at first sight kind of thing. And I'm just trying to find a reason as to why I would purchase this foundation for $64, which I already did, to see what's so special about this foundation. I mean, obviously I would have to see how it wears throughout the day compared to other foundations that are similar to this. All right, the foundation is on. I applied about 2 layers. It is currently 12:53. I'd say round it up to 1 o'clock. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Alright guys, makeup is on, hair is not done, but that's okay. It's just how we're gonna roll with. So after applying my concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Sand, I set the under eyes with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, and I also lightly set my entire face. But while I was doing that, I noticed how smooth my face was. That was actually something that I've never experienced with any foundation. Like, it didn't feel like this ever. So that was really interesting. I don't really know how to describe it besides the soft, like very baby's butt kind of feeling. I actually don't think it oxidized at all, which is a really good thing because then you can just pick out and purchase the true color that matches to your skin and you don't have to worry about oxidizing. But we'll see throughout the day, see if it does oxidize, but at this point I don't think it will. So far I think it looks really good. I definitely think the natural / matte finish is accurate because that's exactly what it's looking like. I like it so far. I didn't love it at first because I felt that there were definitely a lot of alternative options you can get to achieve this same exact look, but I mean, after noticing how soft my face is, and it really doesn't feel like anything, which is amazing. So I do definitely like it so far. It is currently 1:27. I will check back with you guys either during the midday or check back with you guys towards the end of the day. Hey guys, so it's about 6 o'clock right now. This is my first check-in. It's been about 4.5 hours since I first applied this foundation. I'm sorry I'm filming on my phone right now, front camera quality. My parents recently moved to somewhere closer to me, so I was just there the last 3 hours helping them move and organize stuff. So there was a lot going on. I was kind of sweating a little bit too, but not too much to a point where I needed to like wipe sweat off or anything. In the last 45 minutes, I was on a conference call with a company. I wanted to film my first check-in underneath natural light, but it's getting dark already, so I'm sorry that this is the best I can do. Let me try and do a close-up for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see, but besides like the highlight, I'm kind of oily. I do get slightly oily regularly, so this isn't like a big deal, but if I'm already this oily and it's only been 4.5 hours, I'm kind of worried that it's gonna get even oilier. I haven't touched up yet, but I mean, other than the oil, I think it's still staying on pretty strong. It's on okay. I'm just like more oily than usual. Like if you can see it on my T-zone. My light is probably reflecting off and making me look more oilier than it is. But this much oil I'm actually okay with. I'm just worried that it might get even oilier. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know towards the end of the night when I'm ready to take everything off. I'm probably gonna go to the gym, so I'll probably check in before I leave. My arm's about to fall off, so let's end the first check-in here because I actually gotta head back to my parents now. Alright guys, I am back for my final check-in. It has been a really long day. We went to go eat dinner and I ate like a hot soup, so I was like sweating, so I hope my makeup isn't like too much of a mess. It is currently 8:54. We'll just call it 9 p.m. I've been wearing this makeup for about 7.5 hours. I wish I can wear it longer, maybe like 10 plus hours, but I'm actually about to head to the gym and I really don't want to wear this makeup. But let's take a closer look. So the first thing I noticed immediately is the oil on my T-zone. This amount of oil is okay. Also, like my ring light is reflecting off my face, so it might make it much worse than it is, but from looking at the mirror, it's actually not too bad. The sides of my nose has broken down a little bit. I was pretty sweaty here because I was eating a really hot soup, so I was like blowing my nose and stuff, so that might be why. One thing I am kind of impressed with is my chin, because underneath my lips right here is usually where it starts to separate around like the 4 to 5 hour mark. For just setting it lightly today, it's not too bad. Yeah, my forehead still looks really good. Nothing separated, nothing broke down. There's no patches. The entire day I felt really comfortable because I felt like I wasn't wearing anything, so I really liked that. The coverage was definitely there. It just wasn't like my Marc Jacobs or the Dermacool foundation, but it definitely built up to a high medium coverage with a very natural satin matte finish. That's probably one of the main reasons why I actually like this, because it really looks like I'm not wearing much and it feels like I'm not wearing anything. I do definitely like this foundation. I just don't love it yet because I need to know for a fact that this was worth it. So I'll probably need to wear this a couple more times and, you know, compare it to the foundation that I can find that's closest. Alright, that is all for my foundation review today. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if there are any other foundations you'd like me to review. Leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.